somehow. No one's gonna stop me. Gotta find a way somehow, even though you're gone. Even though you're gone. How we sounding on the mic?
It's sounding very nice.
We live in the building.
We are live.
Can I get a cheers? Can I get a cheers? Hey! Nirvana, tell us what we're drinking over here.
We are drinking
Lung cleanser tea. Lung cleanser tea. Netto Vital's very own lung cleanser tea family. It's a good evening, and we're here at Netto Vital, the home of spiritual health, Brixton, 25 Brixton Station Road. I am your host, your brother from another motherland, the one and only, never lonely, the Roman Rasta, self-made master. You look outside the Matrix. Mr. Mikel, the energy. Listen, I'm here for a part 2 with the one and only Mudda Erth in the building. Mudda Erth! We're there with Mudda Erth, the one and only.
Let me humble myself and be grown up.
Why? We're not here to be grown up. We've been here too much years.
Grown up. Do you know what I mean? Let me be grown up. Never.
No, you use me as your reflection of
Never.
misbehavior. You know what I'm saying?
Can't help it. I'm a misbehaving person myself, so.
Family, we out here, Netto Vital. Come shop here, family. 25 Brixton Station Road. Netto Vital's got some real powerful tools for your spiritual health. If you're on a spiritual journey, family, this is the shop you come to make sure you've got the right supplements, the right food, the right things for your body.
Crystals. Cleansing products.
Eye wash. You saw me. You see.
I wash one.
That particular one.
This really was nice on my eyes, you know.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Honestly.
Yes,
Mother Earth, what kind of, like, as someone who's a mystic of nutrition, you know what I'm saying?
Mystic of nutrition.
Yes. What is your favorite thing to put in your body daily that you say is the one thing you can be like, this is the one thing that keeps me on my health game?
Okay, firstly, give thanks to the Most High, give thanks to the ancestors for their presence, give thanks for life, give thanks for love, give thanks for the fact that we are able to unite as community. Give thanks. My daily input, to be honest, for over 20 odd years, I take on a regular basis black seed oil.
Black seed oil.
Yes.
From over 20. Oh, you have? I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that? That was good.
I didn't see that.
I'll pay you later.
Wow. No, I'm so serious. No, for
joking.
Over 25 odd years.
25 odd years.
When I first learned about it many years ago, that's a product that I take on a regular basis, practically daily.
Why?
Because
for someone who doesn't know about black seed oil, why is this like a nutritional imperative?
Yeah, it says it keeps the whole body in alignment because it produces all the nourishment and nutrition to keep things in alignment. The whole body, it works for the whole body.
Wow.
So I've been taking it. So it does me well. It does me well. Water, of course, on a daily basis.
Come on, family.
Definite water, quality water.
If you need black seed oil, family, you know to get it. Oil. The best on the market is here at Netto Vital.
I don't do many products in bottles and tins because I use natural foods.
Yes.
But from a bottle, I take black seed oil.
From a natural food point of view, what is the one food that if someone wanted to start their health journey, like they know nothing, they're out here on the reckless side of the streets, what is the one thing people could start taking if they took this on a regular basis? Their health would just shift and improve if they added this to their diet. What is that?
Are you making reference to food?
Food now, not like supplements.
So from my personal intake as well, it's fruits, and the main fruit that I work with for my personal health and well-being is black seeded grapes.
Black seeded grapes.
Yeah, because of the nutrients involved.
I bought some of those the other day. They do some in Brixton.
Yeah, black seeded grapes. I take that because it helps with a lot of. It helps with a lot of.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay.
we're
okay.
alive. We're alive.
We're here.
we're
We're here.
alive,
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It's all
wow!
good.
Yeah, black seeded grapes. Again, because of the nutrients involved. Because it's also a dark fruit. The darker, as they say, the darker the berry.
Hey, the sweeter the juice, the darker the
but-
flavor. Yeah, good.
Behave yourself. The darker the berry means there are lots of minerals in there in terms of iron, potassium, calcium, vitamins. So the darker the fruit, the better for the body. It
You hear
provides
that?
more nutrients. So that for me is
For all the brothers out here.
yeah, antioxidants. The dark berries. The grapes are my
There's more nutrients.
Yeah,
It's more nutrient dense.
yes, because of the color. Color matters. Color matters.
Does color matter?
Color matter? I mean, color matters, yeah.
Does color matter though? in
Yeah,
real
color matters in many ways because there is reference to frequency. There is reference to the placement with the chakra system.
Whoa.
Colors in terms of the let's make reference to the rainbow and the fact that they're colors. Our body relates to colors.
Yes.
That's why food has colors.
Yes.
Because the element of the lungs, the liver, the kidney, there's color ratios going on, and the food tells you what to put in because of their color as well.
Wow.
So color is important.
Color is important.
Color is vitally important.
Wow.
Mixing colors when you eat as well is vitally important.
That's something I learned from you, like,
Yeah.
because you see me, like I had a health scan today, and to my joy, like I'm at prime health.
You're good to go.
Within my body.
You're
You
good
know
to
what I'm
go.
saying?
It's all
From
that
the
chesa.
brain down to the sperm, like it was all good.
It's all that chesa, isn't it?
And they was asking me like, what you do, and I'm like, for me, health is like a rhythm. Like I'm not into like the theory stuff. It's like a rhythm. It's like what not to eat, what's good. So like one thing I learned from you was the color thing. The more colors in your plate, it has to be healthy.
Yeah.
Because you can't put a lot of color in your plate without it being healthy anyway. And what are you gonna use? Throw Skittles on your plate?
No.
I'm just saying that's like.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The more color
Natural
you put,
food with
yeah,
the
like red
colourful
pepper,
food.
red cabbage,
Yes,
tomatoes, you know, sweet potato.
Yeah.
It's really like four
Well,
colors.
I
going
work
on.
from the aspect of if we say in the chakra system has a color coding, I work from that aspect, and I also work from the aspect that where the chakra system is located, there are organs.
Yes.
And because there are organs there, you have to make that reference to which organs, value the orange, and which organs value the yellow, and which organ would
Which
get
organs
value
values the orange?
where the chakras.
Oh, the sacral. That would be the
Yeah,
sacral chakra. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
and then the combining of it as the color coding, it everything like that matters to give your body the right supplements at the right time in balance. It's vital. It's really important. You think the God that made us was a silly God?
No way.
No, him know what.
What's the best
She
food?
knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was on. She knew what she was on.
Yeah.
What's the best
yeah.
food to eat to prepare for sexual engagement?
The best food to prepare. Ooh, okay.
Let's go. I want to know.
For sexual
I want to
engagement.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slide it in there.
Whoa,
Okay. Here we go. Okay, so there are
Because
two.
you mentioned the chakra thing. I was
Yeah.
like,
So when we're talking about, we're making reference to to sex, preparing for sexual
Yeah, like to have the best
intimate
sexual
moments.
experience.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So again,
so it's nice.
I will work from the top and I will work from the bottom before I get to the middle.
Okay.
So the root chakra is the ingoing place, isn't it?
Yes.
So food
For most of
relating.
us.
Time and place.
I'm
Time
sorry,
and
sorry, go
place.
ahead, go ahead.
So we have to consider food relating to the root chakra, which is red, or which is dark in color as well.
Like black grapes, no?
Well, you can say black grapes. We can say yeah.
Berries?
So we would work with the reds, and then from the top of the head, which I will go with the white, prior to the purple and the indigo. I will look at the combination of whites.
Like what?
Well, we go back to apples, and we can
Oh,
say,
yeah,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying, the contents of the apples and things like. I'm working with fruits because
Yes,
that's
yes,
the
yeah.
first priority.
Yeah.
Because it's water based, and our bodies need rather than drinking the water, we can get lots of water in our food.
From the food.
So if we're going to have the sweating moment with that pleasure of whatever, it's good to have food that has water, high water contents.
Yes, or you
let's
you
relate.
don't want dirty sweat coming off you. smell like foul and all them something there. KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken,
No filter.
Murder King,
Oh my goodness.
McDonald's.
So take those things into consideration.
Okay.
So fruits with most fruits have water, a good high water content. So if we're going to have that pleasure moment and to be hydrated, would be to work with those things. So we work, like I say, start with the base and then include the above. So white, purple, red. And then we go into the green for the heart because we need to have that heart stimulated.
Yes.
And then the sacral in terms of that feeling and the emotion.
Oi.
Do you understand? So we combine. And then the green for the energy of, we know. Okay.
What?
Okra, she says.
So
Spinach, okra.
hold on,
all
wait.
that
Is
stuff.
this? I've seen a lot of women online drinking okra water.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
that
yeah.
about? Talk to me.
It's a stimulant, isn't it?
For who?
Yeah.
For the girl them sugar.
For everybody.
No, but
It
I see a lot of
cleanse.
women drinking okra water, and
But
what is that about?
okay,
Is it-
should we go in on that?
Yeah, go in.
What?
Like someone
Well,
might need this.
Yeah, the stimulant.
Including me.
Okay, so the okra, we know at a point it gets very slimy. And then what can we relate the slime to?
Sperm
Okay, so
and
the for the woman.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
the kunyaza.
Yeah.
Kunyaza.
So
Yeah.
it all helps in that formation, and then it's just for the cleansing thereafter. So yeah, the simplicity of the creator when she created all these things for us. If we get to understand the simplicity of it, oh my gosh, we'll be in such heaven.
It's like ABC type
It's
thing.
really there. It's all there. It's all there. So that's the okra in it. And then we also have to look at shapes. So the food, when we eat food, when we look at food before we consume or put together, they're all also created in shapes. We can also go back into the fact that they have smell, but the shapes will also tell you what it's good for. If we're saying the okra, and as Nirvana pointed it out, for that water flow and things, look at the shape of the okra. What else can I ask you? And when you open it, what's inside? Seeds. Yeah.
You have seed. It have been seed.
It has seeds inside. And
I
then
want some raw okra right now.
If you cut it at an angle, you just see the beautiful spiral vibes in there. So
Yeah.
every food, the simplicity of eating is to get to understand food in their formation, get their shapes, their color, and then the other angle is their smell.
The smell.
Because we work with, is it six the six senses? So the smell also will assist you to get that balance with yourself as well.
I think we're losing that. A lot of people right now are ordering food online, doing their supermarket shops online. So they're not even getting to taste and feel the food. And now a lot of people are doing ready-made meal prep stuff.
To be honest,
So, like-
and as well, a lot of food these days that are not made from an organic point of view, they don't have smell. I've been to places, in some restaurants I've eaten food, and there's no differentiation between what's on the plate in terms of a taste or a smell.
Yes.
It's just a figurative,
Aesthetic.
yeah. So again, a lot of food that have been made and put into the supermarket and so on, they don't have the fullness of the organic vibration. So we're losing out on the nutrients there as well. Cheap doesn't mean that it's good.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean? Because we are not supposed to treat ourselves cheap. We're supposed to look at ourselves as value in that sense when it comes to the food, because we are putting it to nourish, we're putting it to stimulate, we're putting it to keep that connectiveness with spirit. That's the purpose of combining, because food also has energy and spirit, and they're alive. You know, the food that we're eating, what I'm speaking about, the plant-based food, they're all alive. You know, if we have an apple, it's alive. We cut it, there are seeds. From that seed, it gives more life.
That's facts.
Yeah? So everything that has seeds, it continues living. So we are eating it for the benefit of our continuum, and there's no waste, because it in itself, it gives life, and it is alive. So it's alive. You can speak to your mango, you can speak to your food before consuming it. With the giving thanks, with the recognizing the value that it's come to you, and to savor the fact that, if it's food that has traveled miles and miles, what I do, I give thanks for the ones who picked it, for the ones who put it together to get it across the waters. And I give thanks to the people who've brought it from the warehouses, wherever they've purchased it, to bring to us, to give to me so I can prepare with it. I go that deep.
Yeah.
Because it's about value, you know?
Wow.
To value all of that. Yeah. And it just brings more energy to it. When you work with it with that respect, because it's still alive, that means it can feel you. It can hear you. It can communicate with you. That's the way my head works.
Yes.
Rightly or wrongly so, that's just the way my head works when it comes to food.
Yeah.
So when you deal with it like that and you nourish yourself with it, there's a balance. You know, communication is key.
Balance!
Balance.
Balance! Mother Earth,
Aye.
let's connect on this into the womb.
Aye, yes.
We're talking about connecting, talking about honoring, talking about value. There's a conversation that you've been having that's come up. It's even come up for me in my own private meditations, and it's been regarding the womb space. And you've been talking since the latter part of last year about the womb space and how important it is for us to reset ourselves in accordance to the womb from which we all came and the maternal ancestors that have given us consistent life through that portal known as the womb. Like, talk to us, what is the importance of having this, not only dialogue at this time, but us going back and really reacquainting ourselves with that space? What is it about the womb?
Okay. So a while ago, the ancestors, I work with spirit guides. My divine ancestors. I work specifically with my grandmother, who chose to come through to me at a pointed time to share knowledge and information from the ether world, so to speak. And one of the things she and they wanted was to spend more time in the community, bringing people to have an understanding about that portal. The portal of the fact that why is it, and I have to also put the pointer that the way births happen these days, a lot of people are having cesarean, to the fact that they're not going through the portal in the right way. So there are lots of children being birthed, and I'm going to say this rightly or wrongly so, but in many cases it's deliberate, because there is a knowledge that the importance of going through that portal, there is an energy that comes through with the child to complete its preparation for coming onto Earth. So a lot of, and I'm speaking this because it was downloaded into me to share. So a lot of children for several years have come through cesarean, and they're not in alignment with the pure energy as to how divine birth's supposed to take place. So there is a sense of confusion in our society right now. The factor of the womb, one of the things they've shared with me, the factor of the womb, it's a realm. It's a realm space. And whilst we're in that realm space, a lot of information and insight and knowledge is going on into the fetus or the baby or the spirit that has taken itself into that formation. And the vital factor is, in that realm, it is connected to all the other realms before it comes into the earth realm. And what has happened to a lot of people, we have to recognize how a child is created. So, for example, let's look at the factor. Sometimes a man and a woman are having intercourse. There was no preparation to say we are going to have this intercourse to birth. Yeah? But then the seed, the sperm and the egg connect. And in that factor, what was the energy of the mother? What was the energy of the father at that point in time? What was going on in their mindset at the time of that physical relationship? And in the ejaculation of that setup, it goes into creating this child. Is this child then prepared for earth? Is this child then coming with the natural love of the mother and the father? Was the mother and the father prepared to say, in case the sperm and the egg comes together, we will send that love through the child? Yeah. So all of these factors needs to be taken into consideration. Sometimes people have sex because of anger. Sometimes children get birthed through rape. Yeah. Children get birth just from casualness. Yeah. All that energy goes into the child at that point in time. And the child has to come and deal with that factor of energy that is already registered in its DNA. How does it function when it comes through to Earth, into a family where these things are in its makeup? And then we can go back to how was the grandmother of this child, how was that grandmother's vibration of bringing that child's mother or father, and the generation before, and the generation before. So let's say, for example, we go back 400 years and so, what was the vibration of this family lineage in regards to children coming through? Were they prepared the way the elders used to do centuries ago, where they made preparation to say, we need such and such in our community? So we will take the energy to bring into our community a doctor, a teacher, a shaman, however. That's how children were birthed in times gone by.
Intentionally, like you're creating, you're building something.
Yes.
You're building it.
That's how the village worked. That's how it was in days gone by. But for hundreds of years, it hasn't gone so. If we can look back and if we want to bring into the psyche of slavery of those particular time, of how many children were birthed, what's going on from a trauma perspective. Let's also go into the mixing of races, the mixing of genetics, the mixing of ages, the mixing of so many things that has brought new life. And this life is now in a vessel or a vehicle roaming Earth. Mm-hmm. What do we have in our mix? Who is preparing these children, these people, this spirit who took a chance to say, I'm coming through this family lineage with a preparation. But what's the preparation? From the Akashic point of view, there is a reference, I'm going to come to Earth to learn such and such and such. But then, like I said, sometimes also there are wandering spirits that just wants to be birthed. And they zoom in on the factors. There's a vessel. I think there's a space now. We're talking about spirits here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it jumps in and then it takes a form and it comes. These are the things that we have to look at as to who are on Earth in this time. Because Earth is a place, it's a school. Mm-hmm. It's a school of learning. It's a training ground because there are many realms, there are many different places. There is life in many different places. So the into the womb of the maternal ancestor, it's a case of recognizing many people are here. Do they know why they're here? The ancient times, people were born for purpose, but we are born casually. We are born out of knowing purpose of birth. But at the end of the day, you're here. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why are you here? And then when you get to the identification of remembering what you came to do, how do you navigate through all the other issues that came into you through the sexual interjection? Yeah? How do you then get back to the focus of cleansing all those traumas that your family lineage have occurred or consumed, and then you now as an individual trying to navigate yourself through the journey without support, without knowledge, confusion. Hence, a lot of people get into alcohol, into smoke, into more sex, because it's a case of, why do I want to remember this? Oh, this can stop me from remembering this? I'll take this.
For a moment.
Do you know what I'm saying? So the into the womb is a case of bringing people to recognize that there are ways we can cleanse ourselves.
That's what I was going to ask. How do we've got generations of us who are born like this.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so where does the realignment begin?
The realignment begins in taking responsibility to say that's a possibility. There is what is termed when you can go into the meditation, checking yourselves. Through meditation, checking yourselves, with the determination to cleanse and shift. You know, there are reference to past life. You can get into acknowledged past life because you get to know yourself in terms of what feels right, what don't feel right, who feels right, who doesn't feel right. And through meditation, through the desire to recognize and to shift those blockages, because as I've said earlier on, if the Creator, when the maternal ancestors, they didn't just throw us out to earth just because. There's still the energy of nurturing available 24/7. But again, the blockage of connecting to that spirit element is what's happened to a lot of us. We don't recognize spirit reality. Religiosity has taken over, and people are waiting to get back to heaven when heaven is already here.
Yes, sir.
You know, but that all those blockages, and I mean, should we say, for example, why is this? Could all these things have happened because from other realms, other places in the universe, there are energies just having a game with us?
All I want to know, are you in the game? No. What?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
But for the reference of, talk to me. Go on. Continue on that.
The simplicity is we have to recognize that it is not just us people on earth that are alive. In this whole universe, one verse, there are many elements of different spirits roaming, being. We have vessels. I see spirits. Yeah. I'm not holding back anymore.
Come on, Mother Earth, let's go.
Yeah, I've held back for quite a while.
Nah,
but in
talk
this
to
season,
sing.
I can't.
We can't. It's not. It's long.
Yeah.
We're hearing.
I see. I can be in a room and I can see movements. I can see spirit jump into. They jump into me sometimes. But because I know how to prepare myself before I leave home, because I know how to work, I know how to deal with it. So there are elements of other energy forces at work for the fun of control, for the fun of something to do. There are also energies that have transcended, but they have not been sent on in the right way. So they're still stranded, but they still need to focus into something to do. So a lot of the times people are being used and not knowing that they're being used from spirits of different realms, different energy field. Also, because of what we eat, because of the food that we consume. For example, if we're eating the dead flesh, yeah? And how are the animals killed? And the energy from the way that the animals are killed,
or
brutally.
grown even.
Yeah.
Some of them.
So all that energy is transferable.
Wow.
So all those aspects are working in our bodies, in our brains, in our minds, in our whole auric field. We don't know. Many people don't know. Yeah. So we are walking around amongst each other, knowing that energy is transferable, knowing that the frequency is transferable, knowing that emotion is transferable, knowing that I can pass you and things can zap in from me to you, rightly or wrongly so. And this is the earth that we're playing in at the moment. And the way things are going, like I said, many spirits my grandmother used the word wayward. They're wayward because they're not direct. They're not, yeah. That's the problems that we're having. When I say problems, it's a problem because the effectiveness of that oneness that we're supposed to have, we have lost it because of the influx of different energies that we don't understand how to cleanse, protect, to guide, to navigate. And we're just being. We're just being. And we can just say human being. Whereas we're supposed to be eclectically on another level, to be able to vibrate with spirits on another level, because we are first spirit, having this earthly experience. We've forgotten.
How do we do that in an environment that actually constantly distracts us away from our natural rhythm? Like being here, when I'm in the motherland, for example, the closer I get to nature is the easier I can see, hear, feel the rhythm and align and respond correctly to the rhythm of spirit. But here, there's so much interference. lifestyle, food, the timing, the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for how do people here
Yeah, the best
start the journey of alignment?
Yeah, the best I can offer is, for example, like I said, the ancestors have put me into the position to step in and step out of hiding from the knowledge that I have. I can only bring to you, share with you that which they have given to me to assist you to identify yourself and find yourself. Wow. So someone like myself and whomever else is working from that field, because it's not only myself that they're sharing that knowledge and information. Yeah. We say that we're in a new world. We say that this is a new time. We say that the alignment is of the planets. It's not by chance. It's spirit speaking loudly. Every time the cycle, the new cycle comes, they're speaking louder and louder to the point now where we have to speak even louder because we need the new world. We need the world to be a better place.
Amen.
We need that joy to be back into our happiness. Yeah, we need people to get back that love amongst each other. We need to come away from the identification of saying race, color, creed, religion, etc. We need to have that oneness back.
Yeah.
And all I can offer is like through the workshops that I'm preparing to go out and give, through the knowledge that I have, through bringing people together.
Into the womb
of
February
that
22nd, family.
Yeah.
I want everyone who's tapping into the womb February 22nd. I have the honor of leading a Cesar Rojo session at this experience, and I'm going to be bringing a session that I've never done before.
I can feel
in honor of Mother Earth and what she's asked me to lead. And so that's going to be amazing, family. Go and get your tickets. Go to cesarrojo.com and get your tickets for Into the Womb. It's going to be hosted by Mother Earth, led by Mother Earth. We've got her absolutely wonderful, life-altering food, which is going to be there on the day. And it's going to be a full day of deep meditation, reflection, ceremony, and Cesar Rojo games as well. So, I'm really looking forward to that. I have a question on behalf of the men.
I wonder what it is.
How do men connect to the womb space? Because
the womb.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you plain and simple.
Yes.
How do men connect to the womb space?
For more than one formation, not just to the fact that they were housed in there prior to their growth of 9 months, or maybe less, or sometimes maybe more, to come through to Earth, but also to the fact that with their special tool that they like to go back in there through the entrance via the vagina, as they call it. Well, how do they connect? More than the woman in that case.
Sorry, rewind. You know in class you nearly missed the lesson.
You missed the
lesson.
lesson.
You got to pull it up.
More than the woman.
Let me sit up straight. What you're talking about over here.
Let me wet my lips.
So I can wet mine later. Let's go. All right.
What's the value of a man to a woman? We looked at that the last time, but what's the importance?
Me, I gotta lean in sometimes.
When the purpose of the man is to assist the woman to continue bringing life.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the importance? Very important. The important factor is that he needs to understand that she's not just a pleasure zone. She is his duty to prepare himself to bring forth life that is qualified to bring a better structure into Earth. So when he's preparing himself to have that sexual inter-relationship with her, he has to make sure that he himself is physically, mentally, spiritually, in every aspect, most ready to deliver into her because he's giving into her to bring out of her. Yeah? His job is to be ready with all the quality of the right energy, sustenance, first and foremost, through that sperm. Because, through that sperm, that one out of thousands and thousands, millions, one takes charge with the egg, that has to be prepared when he goes into her, not for the casualness, but again, I have to go back to the days when a man and a woman laid to say, we're going to make a baby. It wasn't a case of let's just have sex and
Accident.
casually. No. It was a prepared time. Because a woman from an ovulation time, spiritually, she knew when that time was right. And when sometimes, and men have said so also to myself, they know when they ejaculate, when they have ejaculated that particular egg to say it's going to be set in place. Yeah. So the man has to prepare himself when he lays with a woman at all times, even for that moment of just for pleasure, to say that when he's giving into her, whether he holds back his sperm or there's always that fluid going in. Yeah. That it's of a quality with love, with health factors, and not just for taking advantage, but for giving love, giving strength, giving energy, giving her the support that she needs because she is of another realm. That's the importance of this womb.
Talk about the realm. Talk
Of
about
another
that realm.
realm, the realm of the womb.
Talk about it.
Gosh. Oof.
And why does he know better?
Why does...
You're saying that the man knows better about the
Or can know.
can know.
Because when he inserts his penis in there, there's supposed to be a correlation going on. Not he if he takes time when he goes in to do that search and that research in that, dare I say, play, in that prodding of searching. So it's a dome, The element of it. There's information. There's information. It's not just the quick pleasure, and then there's information to receive. There's information to share. But because he's been the man to the womb man, there's the two coming together. Yeah, that's where the correlation of the truth comes together. So through that union of a man and a woman coming together, there is from the other realms. You should be able to receive. You should be able to receive heights of knowledge and insight and information. You're supposed to be able to. It's a travel, basically. It's a travel. It's rather than going. It's a travel. Yeah. It's when you get in there for the benefit of what that pleasure is supposed to be. It's taking you to other realms. It's supposed to. Some people may experience it through ejaculation, where it's so high that the scream, the whatever comes from it. But spiritually, if you take that in for the right purpose of what it's supposed to be between the man and the woman, it's an experiment of different realms.
It's a technology, sex. Sex is a technology then. It's a superior.
That is wild.
No, it's real.
I love that.
It's not just.
And it's true.
Yeah, it's not just a pleasure zone. There is so much more. There is so much more because the whole energy of a man and a woman coming together for that energy vibes, all the elements of the body, the touching, the whole layout of the chakra, all the organs from the top of it to the bottom of a toe. Because when someone has a good orgasm, it goes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, from the top of the head to the bottom of. If you take. By the way, Nirvana is shaking away like crazy, doesn't it?
Nirvana, we know about that.
He says, "What do you know about that?"
You know what them ones.
Wow. So it's from and that's all the molecules, feeling the whole journey of it all, from the bottom of the foot to the top of the head.
Hey.
If you get it right. Yeah? If you get it
100%.
right.
Do you know what? Can I say something as well? Yeah, because this is like from just to the men listening as well. I have always witnessed women having that.
What, orgasm?
Yeah, but not myself.
How do you mean?
Wait.
Okay,
Wait.
sorry.
Until I didn't realize that men could have that too.
What?
What?
What are you saying?
The full body orgasm. I didn't realize that could happen until like I was in my late 20s.
Why?
You get what I'm saying?
Because your sexual games were how? Very casual?
Because not because they were casuals, because for a man to have a full body orgasm, he's got to be in a different space within himself to even experience that. Otherwise, his sexual game is very local.
Casual.
Casual.
I think I would say if that's a casual.
Casual. You could say, I think casual and casual.
Yeah.
casual, which makes it local.
Yeah, if you
because if it's not holistic, it's only when I experienced that for myself, I was like, oh wait, hold on, me too. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I didn't realize that could happen, and then I started reading up on that and started doing practices outside of sexual engagements, but now just with myself. You know, the whole semen cultivation and stuff like that, which really helps a man get in touch with his body, with his subtle energy, so that when you go into the sexual game, you're going from a full body experience to another one. And I think when I learned that changed my whole approach to sex.
The creator,
and I don't think a lot of there's no way we can learn that. There's no way we can learn that.
Yeah.
You didn't know this? What?
I thought men were having. Now look back on it.
No, they won't. The most men ejaculate, not orgasm.
Yeah.
But they can. But most men don't know they can have a full body orgasm that is exactly like the woman's one.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they activate that other higher part of themselves, that's beyond the genitals, that's where it takes place for them.
And it has to be with a woman who is aligned to bring that love into the man, because it's what I'm saying is I'm not being facetious to men, but a lot of the time it's so quick to the fact that the friction brings the excitement on, and they don't take time to value that journeying with the woman, as the quickness of it's like oh, and then it's gone.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas
sucked into the vortex.
Yeah. Whereas with a woman, she takes time to feel her body. She needs to be felt, because everything needs to be felt before she can release.
But we're not taught. We're not taught that. I was vexed, you know. When I learned that, I was genuinely vexed. I was like, hold on.
I understand that.
Do you know? And do you know what it is? I was also looking at it from a point of view of I could have performed way better, you know. I was like, oh my God, this whole time, I could have been doing these 1-2 things, and No,
it's
my things would have been next level. Like, you know.
I think for me, the good fortune, I have to say, you know, one of my aunties, she took me aside around the age of 11 and said to me, "Let me prepare you."
Wow.
Because you're getting into the stage where men are looking at you, and I want you to know what this thing that they're looking at and how you need to conduct yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me that preparation at a young age, and then having that respect for my body, having the understanding of what that interrelationship is all about. And I think spiritually, because I work with a spirit guide, they share so much. They share so much knowledge and information. So not only would they download stuff to me, they will also direct me to books, information, people that would also give me clarity to say, oh, okay, that's what you were talking about. But the womb, this special vortex space, it's such a vitally important place, because life comes through from there. We also have to make reference that women were able to birth children without the input of men. Many, they had that power. We still have that power. We still have the power to be able to generate the combination of those molecules to birth. We still have the power, but we haven't used it for centuries. Yeah. That's the power within ourselves. Yeah. Our mind, that's that focus factor from the fact of we can levitate. We can speak to each other without opening our mouths. We know from in different parts of the country and so on. We have so much power, and it all comes from that sacral area. Yeah. And many of us have forgotten. We don't know how to navigate that health to ourselves. I just want us to get back to remember the little knowledge that I have, or whatever they have shared with me. I want to be able to share so that we can have a better understanding of purpose of life.
But you see what your auntie did for you? That's what we need to do for the children coming up and the teenagers and stuff like that. Yes. Because honestly, like, I had sex very early. Like now I'm looking back, I was like, that's like 3 lifetimes ago. I was...
So
3 lifetimes ago is when I started having sex.
So be it.
And it was a lot early. Yeah, and I was like...
It's just experimental.
It was experimental. It was a lot.
And it's understandable.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But it was like... No. It's like... I don't want.
It's
I
not
don't
how
want.
it's-
I don't want. Not that I don't want. I want the young people to know they can go to spaces where people are gonna coach them. They're not gonna judge them and deter them. It's more like coach them mentally, spiritually on the power that they have as men and women in the sexual game, and give them tools so that they can make better informed, wiser decisions. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna make your own decision, innit? At the end of the day, but had I known certain things early,
it's also
I just think I'd have had better.
Yeah. But it's also ways. It's
You know what I'm
energy.
saying?
It's energy transfer, and it's frequency and energy that we're throwing back out into the universe. So whatever we do from this perspective, it goes out and it multiplies. And if it's negative, it's negative. If it's positive, it's positive. So the whole purpose of the unity and the oneness is that we need to come together to understand our body is a valuable commodity. The men's penis is a valuable commodity. If a brother doesn't even understand what that penis, that phallus is, and it's just using it because it's like, oh, there's a hole, let me stick it in there, and if I shake around, it'll be pleasurable, and then who cares what the woman thinks thereafter? I just need her hole.
that's
Do you know what I
mad.
mean? But that's how it goes for a lot of people up to this day, up in marriages as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are still, some women, some men, it's just so casual.
Yeah.
You know, a brother said to me from one of the things that we talked about in one of the other podcasts, he said to me, from a sexual point of view, no one taught me. My way of navigating what I was doing and if it was all right was the sound of the bed spring. That was his... that was the rhythm of, am I doing this right? And you know,
That's not true, man. That's like that sounds like a good time based on what they knew, innit?
Yeah. So that was the power
it's true,
of
though.
his control. That was the you know, that's the rhythm he worked with. Nobody sort of said to him, value the woman, feel her movement, understand what she's feeling. You know, get to when you get that interactivity with her, you will know what to touch, when to pull
Where
back.
is the school for this?
It's
We need a
it's-
school for this, for big people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
it's true. You can't teach your kids nothing about this. You can't usher them into that understanding without you knowing it first. And I think this is why a lot of
Yeah.
adults and elders are scared to
It
even
is.
go there, because they themselves are still
know. They
infants
don't know,
when it
yeah.
comes to the sexual game.
Yeah, there are
you
men,
get what I'm
there are a few people who have that understanding. There are a few people, but you know, like I said, all we need to do is to go back in that meditation stillness and to interact with the Most High. Just ask the divine, give me the clarity, bring me the people that I can communicate with, so that we can have that interactivity for the benefit of creating a better world. We fucked up the world. Excuse my language. Do we do it, people now? Ooh.
No, we live. You fucked up.
We fucked up the world because that's what we've been doing. We haven't been having that spiritual interactivity. We've just been doing that casualness of it all. And if the divine has given us that formation of how life comes, yeah, took away from the fact that women was able to do that by themselves, but they gave the male and the female to come together to do so. And we've screwed that up as well, because in the process of that, we're just birthing. We're not birthing with the clarity of, I'm together. How many children come and they are together? You know, but I'm not talking about the now children. I'm talking about my mother's age group. I'm talking about my grandmother's age group and generation thereafter. And again, I still have to go back to the traumatic time when a lot of women were just used because a man just wanted to have a moment. They had no pleasure.
Time, that happens
Yeah.
now, like right now.
Okay.
That's not ended.
But does that not drop in trauma into their being?
Of course, and that's what I'm
because
saying.
spiritually-
It can't change until there's an actual curriculum that goes, this is who you are, this is who you are.
But
this is
then-
what you have, this is what you have, this is how you use it, this is what you use it for. Now off you go with that knowledge and wisdom and
So let us go back to the acknowledgement of what rites of passage are, because that is how our ancestors created us to be. For every level, there's no point in saying when you become 13, you become a teenager, when you become 18, you're old enough to drive. Those are ages of rites of passage.
Yes.
And we've forgotten those factor of the ages of rites of passage.
Yeah.
We've just used them now from a colonial point of view because they've given us terminologies that way. But our divine ancestors, in terms of how they created us to be, gave rites of passage for those reasons. With the boys, with the male, with the girls, with the female, there are rites of passage. The factors are still there. It is still embedded in our DNAs because of a knowingness. Yeah. When a man gets to the age of 30-something, then they say he have the knowledge of becoming a man. Whereas a woman, she has that strength in herself because something changes in our bodies at an earlier age. Yeah. There are reasons in how these things work. The same way the planets work. Do you know what I mean? There are reasons why these things happen. But not many people are in that insight. I have to say with myself, as strangely as it may be, the journey of my life, I've been placed in setups where I've been chosen to bring those knowledge. I've been chosen to give in those knowledge, to hold on to those knowledge. I'm not saying my life has been perfectly, completely comfortable, because to be able to be put into that positioning, it is quite a responsibility. And in that wise, I value it. You know, I've held myself in my community all this time because
yes, you have.
I am there nurturing as best as I can. But the time now is that we have to do better. We have to do better. So even if it's a 50, 60-year-old still needs to come back to say, do you know what? Share with me some more. Or a 5-year-old that we can say, let's bring some knowledge before you get to the next stage.
Yes.
The sooner the better.
Of course.
Because to create the new world, when we say the new world, it's because it has to go back to the old world. Because the old world wants to have that existence.
The ancient.
Yeah, because it's the correct order as to how the maternal divine creator created her world. The divine ancestors, our maternal ancestors created for a purpose, a formation. It's been bastardized because other elements have come into the play.
Can I ask you a question? Is there, and how long we got, Nirvana? 10 minutes, yeah? Is the battery all right? It's all right? All right, now that's cool. Yeah, but yeah, that's fine. So, no, I was going to ask you, so what's the rhythm of how people come together? You know, like, again, like we say, it's casual. Sometimes you meet someone out and people are drinking and then the animal nature overwhelms them, and that's how a lot of people get together. Or people pick partners based on, you know, who arouses them the most or gives them the most attention. What do you think is like a holistic way of really choosing partnerships? And does the partnerships have to take place in a marriage setup, or even outside of that? Like, what is the best way to know that you are healthily connecting with another person? Should a man be approaching a woman? Should a woman wait to be approached? Should a woman be choosing a man? Like, you know, like what's your take on that?
Frequency. It's all about frequency and timing, and it's about the fact that we have the outlets of the eyes.
The what?
The eyes.
The eyes.
The window to the soul. The simplicity of looking into each other's eyes will tell you what you need to know. Simple.
I don't trust my eyes.
Why? What do you mean?
I don't trust my eyes.
Well, you're coming from dare I say this, from a wrong perspective.
Maybe, but I just, it saved me so far.
The mirror to the soul, the window to the soul, the eye connection. You can sit with someone and study into their eye and get to know I can do that.
Oh, yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, you can get to know, and that's...
But I don't get with people based on my eyes, is what I'm saying. I think my eyes have two different lenses.
That's fine.
Because I'll look at someone and read them, and then I'll look at another person and see something else, and then I'll just have to...
If you sit with someone...
You know what I'm saying?
If you sit with someone for the benefit of whatever purpose, and you look into each other's eyes, you can speak to each other with full clarity, and then you will then know yea or nay. That's the simplicity of it. That's what coming together is. That's what holding hands, energy transfer. You can feel if this is right or wrong. Yeah, touch. You can feel right and wrong. You know, but the mirror to the soul are the eyes. They're not just there because they're color coded or whatever. That's connection. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Or on a regular basis, you sit together and just
No, but even before you get to that stage, you can't look in the stage. Excuse me. Hey.
It's frequency.
Sarah. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Let's look into my eyes real quick.
But then,
my name's Mikel.
No. If you go in with the right perspective, just gaze, you can see and feel.
No, I'm talking about strangers.
There's no strangers. We're all one. There's no strangers.
No, but you get what I'm saying?
There are no strangers.
I'm with you. I stay looking in people's eyes, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking about people who
coming together.
Like you just meet someone and it's like you're trying to get to know them.
How would you see them? When you say meet, what does that mean? Your eyes are closed?
You came shopping at Netta Vital and you both reached for the share button at the same time.
And then yeah.
And you looked up and you're like,
exactly.
Look into my eyes.
But then you said, look. How would you know they're there if you don't look?
Yeah, you have to look. But at that moment, is it more like take your eyes off the share button and be like...
If your spirit wants you... Let me go back a bit. Every relationship I've had, my spirit has turned my body to look at the man. And there are times where I'm just like, oh, not again. Because for me, it's like, I didn't want to have a relationship, but you're saying to me, I'm going to relate to. This is how my spirit works. I've been every man I've related to, my body has been turned to look at the man. And then I know I'm going to have a relationship with this man. What am I going to learn from that? What is there?
But is the relationship a specific one or it could be any kind of relationship? Because not all relationships are the same.
So the intimacy of a man-woman relationship, that's how it's always been for myself.
Like a sexual relationship.
When it gets to that, yes. But if I'm going to have a...
you know from the beginning that it will go down that road.
It's on me.
Eventually.
Yes, because depending on how, like I said, they turn my body to see the person. So for example, I'm walking down the street and somebody's in need of help. It's the same way. They will tell me. Yeah, if I'm sitting and there are people who can testify. I'm in the cafe or wherever I've been, and there's messages to go to people. They will direct me because that's the cleanliness of myself, my spirit. Because we are spirits, we having that communication. We all have the gifts. Many of our gifts are clouded because we haven't nurtured it enough to keep the angle. But it's that communication. Yeah. So I'm going back to man and woman relationship. Every relationship I've had, my spirit has turned me to see the person. And there's been a few where I say, I don't want to. Because I can see the troubleness of that particular person. Yeah. But for whatever duration, I have to journey with it. And
does it always lead to that? Or is it more like a signal that you see, but it's something
if they
else?
take my body around and say, there's this man, it's your time now with this man.
Yes.
One of the men that I related to, it was a night. Dare I say the word nightmare? It was very harsh.
It was a nightmare.
It was harsh. But then what I had to learn from that, we had a past life. I had to go to get a past life regression to figure out, why am I having this experience with this man? We've lived together in past life. And what was happening was a continuum from that past life that had to be closed out. So sometimes these things happen. But if you're not attuned with yourself, you get into relationship, things happen, you don't know why it's happening. It creates trauma for you. And then you're left with that trauma. You go into another trauma. But like I said, for example, with that relationship, I knew that I had to ask Spirit, why are we communicating? And they said, you have some close out to do. I went to get a past life regression, and then they showed me where we were together in the past life. And then I was able to understand how to navigate, how to bring myself with this particular person and sort it out.
What if like your body turns you to someone and they're not on you?
That's not how it works.
No, like meaning like, so imagine I'm the man that a woman is like, woof.
No, but if we're working with...
And I'm over here like...
But hear what I'm...
Nah!
No.
Sorry,
There's a difference between the casual frequency of just sexual to the spiritual aspect of truth.
Yes, I'm with you.
There is like, okay, so I'm working in... I'll be straight. There's a brother in the Brixton, one of the guards in the Brixton... Thingy Bob, yeah, and he has a very physical body, and I look at this man and I said, I like this body, but it doesn't mean that I want to get involved with him.
Of course.
So that's another level.
That's an appreciation.
Yeah, that's another level.
Yeah.
But when the ancestors say, eye connection, I want you to take this on now because you have to, that's a different level.
It's a different thing. Okay, so it's a different signal.
Yes,
but that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because there's arousal.
Yeah. I can
But
see
this is
someone.
you're talking about a deeper
physical-
signal.
Absolutely, but that's what I'm saying. We've become too casual with how we deal with a lot of stuff. Because for another person, they will see this man and think, "Wow, physical," and then get involved and have a physical relationship. Where the hell does that go? Yeah, but I'm talking from the aspect of we are spirits having a spiritual experience. That's what we're supposed to work with.
How you know you get that signal? For a man, is it the same?
I don't know
the body
how
turn around?
I don't know. You tell me.
And what do you want me to tell you? Ask me a question.
How do you get involved with? How do you choose the women that you relate to?
How do I choose them?
Yeah.
I go like, this is literally, I'm walking down there, and whoever finds himself on the path that I'm walking, that's how I relate to them.
Is that the right order of having a communication with women? Where does it go after that?
Because the way I am, I'm always gonna attract women in
Why?
general.
Why?
This is who I am. Like I love women and have great relationships with women. So I've always got female friends. I've always got. So it's never the reckless thing would be like, oh, you're a woman, I should be with you. So for me, how I choose a woman or women who are going to be around me for a long time, it's more like I don't concentrate on the woman. I concentrate on what I'm doing. And the right women will place themselves in alignment with what I'm doing.
So the alignment would it be your masculinity or your femininity that makes you attracted? What is the attraction that pulls you to
The women?
Yeah, the
Or pulls them-
masculinity or the femininity of the communion?
So
Yeah, that's
my femininity is what
makes you
is where
comfortable.
I commune with women. Yeah, my feminine is where I commune with women. But how I discern between a woman or women who are
physically attracted to you.
no. See, how I discern between women who will be around me for a moment or a long term is not based on femininity. It's based on masculinity, which is principle. I'm not focused on them, because if I focus on them, I'm gonna stop where they are. As a masculine man, I'm focused on my particular calling and destiny.
Right.
Every woman ain't about my calling and destiny.
Yeah.
Every woman might be about my body and what I can do for them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ooh la la.
And so those women won't last
Ooh la
very
la.
long around me.
Wow,
Do you get what I'm
okay.
saying? They won't last very long around me. But how I discern between a woman that, okay, I'm going to stick with this woman, or this is a woman or women who are going to be around me or part of my growth, is I don't focus on them, because like I said, I'm a sweet boy. I got sweet eyes. So it's like, if I just focus on what I like, then I'll just be like this all the time.
All right,
Do you get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
If
but
I focus on my candy eyes, I'll be like, yo, what going, mama? What you say?
Trouble.
Bring it on now. Yeah.
Oh my
Do you get what I'm
gosh,
saying?
everyday trouble.
No, but so
let's get to the
you have to-
angle.
okay, go on,
Let's
go on.
get to the angle.
Do you get what I'm
of
saying, though?
Getting back to I
Does
get
it make sense?
I sense as it is.
All right,
you know what
cool.
I'm saying?
Let's go.
Let's go back to the angle of recognizing that we're spirit having an earthly experience. And if we're going to bring the divinity of right order back into play, that we're going to, as of now, address the situation of the fact that, the woman,
Yeah.
the woman carries that special porthole where it should not be played with for casualness. only.
Exactly. That's
It should
exactly
be
why I don't follow my eyes
respected.
them.
It should be
'Cause
respected.
my eyes want casualness.
Because life, she brings life.
Yeah.
Again and again and again, century after century. Let's make sure that the lives that we assist in bringing, one way or the other, are on the frequency of the right order, so that we can get back to the divinity of, we're able to transmute, transcend, clarify the beauty of the fullness of the woman.
Yes.
Because she's the goddess.
I say.
She's the God.
I
She's
see.
the giver of life.
The creator.
With the assistance of the man. But remember also, history tells us that she didn't need the man.
She does today.
Yeah? She
does right now.
She
Yes.
made the man to give him an opportunity.
That's true.
She made the man to give him an opportunity to be of support to her. So she can be a little less, with too much to do.
So how are you referencing that to what I'm saying? Because Because I felt like you was taking me on a particular.
Was I?
Was you responding
What,
to?
what did you find? What did you
I didn't
think I
find
was
any.
saying?
I'm listening. I'm still.
What do you
I'm
think I
walking
was
down
trying
the
to
path
say?
with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I think what I'm trying to say is let's respect Mother Earth in terms of the Earth, which is female. Let's respect the Earth, and by respecting the Earth and all her natural capacities, we will then respect the walking woman, which comes from the Earth, in the aspect that she made man. She made man as her support.
100%.
Yeah. So let's recognize our position in her world and stop taking advantage of her because she has a whole that brings pleasure.
Amen.
Yeah. And work with her on the level that you can still get the pleasure, but you can get the pleasure at a higher frequency if you show that respect back to her in the fullness of what she is. Woman.
I love everything you said.
Is it?
I really do, and I say I'm with you. I'm trying to link that to what I was. Are you dropping gems on me?
I'm just speaking as you asked of me. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying.
No, there's no pointing fingers. No, I'm asking.
I'm just saying. We need to cleanse and wherever we need to say sorry, forgive, all the factors of if we've done things that we know that have hurt people in the past, we have a right now to change that energy field because it's a circulation of frequency. It goes round and round and round.
I got
and
good
round
karma
round.
on me when it comes to women.
Yeah.
Very, very good karma.
Yeah.
I have very good karma when it comes to women.
Let's share the fact that
because I'm not a nonsense person.
Yeah, some people are hurting because they've been used incorrectly through lack of their knowledge as well to say yes and no or to say maybe. I'm not saying that casual sex is a wrong one. If a woman and a man wants to have a moment of, jump on the table and do whatever and then say goodbye, so be it. Do you know? It's been known.
Clear
you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
As long as they take responsibility together, but to just utilize the woman because as she's a vehicle where a few seconds of pleasure can come true, she's more than that.
But so going back, don't you see why that's dangerous for a man to follow his eye appetite then in that way? Because he'll constantly, unless he's been trained,
that means he needs
take her for
re-education. He needs to be re-educated. He needs to go through the rites of passage. He needs to understand what it's like for a woman to have the capacity to give birth. And to give birth to him. She has given birth to him. Why take the piss?
The whole body.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, with respect.
With integrity.
She's an extension of you because she gave life to you. So why disrespect her?
Exactly.
Why take the casualness of you feel because you're stronger? She gave you the strength. She made you to become. Because who else is making up? I mean, let's forget the AI thing. But who else is making life apart from the woman? Who else is giving life apart from the female?
No one.
So
Even
so
AI
then,
ain't making life.
Okay, so then why disrespect when she's given life to you? Because in the simplicity of the blink of an eye, she can get rid of every man. The woman has the power to just blink her eyes.
It's facts.
Because we have
and I think
that
it's
power.
happening.
Yeah.
Low key.
So what I'm saying is the whole factor of getting back ourselves into the womb is to recognize the power and the strength that is in the woman who created the whole earth and the fullness thereof, to get back into her cycle of knowing her purpose, knowing her willpower, knowing her capacity, and knowing that she made man for herself so that he can have the pleasure of her and she have the pleasure of him, to make her work less. That's the purpose. Because she can give herself an orgasm as well if she chooses. She don't need the man for that. She definitely don't need the man for that.
The man don't need her for that either.
Well, basically. So if that's the case, hey.
I think everyone needs to learn their bodies.
Yeah, but that's a factor as well. What is the body? What is the wholeness thereof? So we have a lot of remembering to do. We have a lot of going back into the womb.
Yeah.
We have to go back in there because in there, like I said, it's the vortex where we are prepared to come back to earth. We need to remember. We need to go back into the womb.
Into the womb, family.
Into the womb.
This February 22nd, we're getting in the game with Mother Earth.
Yeah.
We're chopping it up today over some nice lung cleanser tea at Netta Vital. Family, go to chesarojo.com, get your tickets and be a part of this beautiful experience that we're creating.
Through the meditation that we'll be doing on the day, there'll be a lot of sharing.
Thank you. All beings welcome.
A lot of sharing.
Men, women and others, everyone come down, family, and get involved. We're going to connect as a family.
Thing. It's not just about the melanated people. It's about people who are here walking the earth. You know, I know there are people who have made mention to who in their conception, things have happened and they grew outside of the womb. There's another element of how do we get you back into the understanding of what was missed from that porthole, that the fluid that was meant to cover you in preparation as that rites of passage. There were lots of people who've come through cesarean birth and they missed that fluid of rites of passage. So there's lots that will be shared through the workshops, and then the Cesa Rojo vibration of movements as well to get us to close back the open portholes and get back our strength.
Amen.
It's the beginning of a long term of strengthening ourselves. So when we're walking this earth, we are confident as individuals, you know, because what's happening in the outerverse, a lot is going on and a lot of people are going to get touched in ways that they may not be able to handle what's coming. So let's help by sharing what we have to share with you.
Yes.
That's my purpose in this time.
Yes, family.
Yeah. Give
Family.
thanks.
Thank you for tapping in, family. It's your brother from another motherland, Mr. Mikel, the energy. And over here we have
Mother Earth, Matana.
Mother Earth here in Netta Vital, family. Thank you for tapping in. ChesaRojo.com, family. Go and grab yourself a ticket to Into the Womb of the Maternal Ancestors. We're in the game. Thank you, Mother Earth. Cheers. I finished my tea, but here you go. Peace in. Love out. Bra.